Hey, so I'm in the Pacific Palisades neighborhood of Los Angeles. This is the part of the city that was largely destroyed in the January wildfires on the west side of LA. More than 6,000 structures burned here, more than 20,000 acres were scorched, and 12 people lost their lives directly or indirectly related to the fires. Now, we had big news this week when it comes to the fire's aftermath, and that was the arrest of Jonathan Rinderknecht of Florida, a 29-year-old who, although he lives in Florida now, was living in LA back in January and supporting himself here as an Uber driver in the city. Authorities say that he dropped off Uber passengers here in the Palisades in the early morning hours of January 1st. And after doing that, he went to a nearby hiking trail and lit a fire. And that fire ultimately became the fire that destroyed this community. But here's what's weird. That initial fire that he's accused of igniting was put out by the LA Fire Department. They arrived on the scene and put it out, but apparently not completely. And they didn't see that there were embers still burning, embers that weren't visible to the naked eye. Apparently experts call that a holdover fire or a zombie fire. Some experts believe that those embers could have been caught, they could have been identified and fully extinguished if the LA Fire Department had used thermal imaging cameras on drones. The department did not do that. All of this comes on top of the ongoing debate over whether or not the fire department did enough back in January to pre-position engines because of high wind warnings at the time. Those winds did happen and fanned the flames that destroyed much of the Pacific Palisades. Now, there is some good news, and that is there's a lot of rebuilding going on in the Palisades. I'm in the what's called the Alphabet Streets neighborhood of this community, and on street after street after street, there's very clear signs of rebuilding. You hear a lot of rebuilding noise in the background, hammers and saws and heavy equipment moving, and that's some good news. But, you know, again, this is just the first baby steps in rebuilding the Palisades. There's still a lot of work to do. No doubt there'll be a lot of controversies, but there's also some good news to report. All right, that's it from Pacific Palisades today. Thanks so much, and talk soon. Bye.